Hey everyone, Margarita here. I'm going to say the date in this video because when I tried to film this video earlier, I ran into about 5 different snags, all very abnormal, that stopped me from releasing my initial video. And it's going to have to be refilmed. So the date today is May 13th, 2025. And about 6 minutes into my 42-minute video, a demonic voice had taken over the recording for a good 10 or 15 seconds or so while I was talking. So that's part of the reason the video had to be refilmed, along with other numerous things that happened. This went on for 10 hours. I hit snag after snag after I thought I was fixing the problem. But then I opened my email after the fact, and I'm in the process of ordering some more documents from numerous places. So I believe that video is not meant to go out because of what I was saying in the video. I do receive spiritual messages loud and clear. I do follow them. They are meant for me to follow. And so after everything that I had experienced in that video and what I was talking about in the video, I'm going to have to edit what I was saying and not release some of what I was talking about. And there's a reason for it. So I'm going to start with, I started the video talking about the different snakes in my life because there's many of them. And there's some bigger snakes controlling some of the smaller snakes. So I'll probably get back to that in a different video. So I'm just going to modify some of the things I was talking about. And I'm going to take out some of that information because now, after I read the email that I had, after all this had happened to me, I'm thinking there's a further issue. And it pertains to some of the ongoing crimes. So I'm just not going to talk about that. And we'll wait to see the outcome because I do believe I further have a giant piece of evidence. And what I was also talking about in my first video that took me all that time to film, I was talking about how on my Mother's Day post on Facebook, I had rewritten the Eminem Cleaning Out My Closet song. And I'd done this months ago and rewritten it to my version because we do have similar lives, similar histories and backgrounds. It's weird. But yeah, so my mother has Munchausen by proxy, much like Eminem's mother did. And that's part of the ongoing crimes as well. That's a piece of it. There's much more to it. But I had rewritten it and released it for Mother's Day. And in one of the lines, it says, remember when you put that hit out on me? Well, guess what? It says I died and came back alive as can be. So I rewrote that, and I was talking about that in my previous video. But what I was saying is, because my mother legitimately has put numerous hits out on me and got caught in the act of attempting to murder me, on top of the police department refusing to take the numerous reports I've made on it or investigate any of them. And the reason for that is because the police department where she lives, Brownstown, is responsible for some of the crimes as well. They're involved. So in the video, I said, because, numerous hits over the course of some years that she has put out on me, whether that be to unalive me, whether that be to get me arrested in prison long term, or deemed mentally incompetent, any or all of the above she was looking for decades. So there's been numerous hits put out on me. I'm aware of that. So that's why I rewrote that song that way and posted it on Facebook for Mother's Day. But what I said in my video was, next time you go to put a fucking hit out on me, you might want to make sure you hire somebody that's competent enough to actually carry out the crime. Because now it's happened numerous times and no one's been able to carry out the mission, and I'm still here. I'm still right here. Alive and, well, I'm chronically sick. I'm permanently injured. I'm not that well. But I'm alive and I'm kicking, and you fucked up, and now I'm coming back 100 times harder back at you, and every single one of you are going down, is basically what I was saying in the video. How dare you try to put that many hits out on me, and each person couldn't get the job done. And so what generally happens if a hit is put out on someone and they're not able to carry it out, that person retaliates and makes sure that all their people are taken down. Except for I'm going to do it legally, and everyone's going down with her who's involved. So it's already been known. There's numerous people who already know my life has been in danger. It's not a secret. Numerous people have already known about this. I'm not even sure if I released that video yet, but there are people who know this. So it's not like, something happens to me, those people are going to immediately know. And the rest of my videos are still going to come out regardless. And there's some other information that was in the video that I had, now I'm here refilming it in the first video. I guess I'm just not going to talk about in depth what I was saying, but there's steps being taken because these crimes my mother's been committing against me and all the individuals she's been using, those crimes tie into other crimes that are already known publicly. And so because of that, and I'm tied in with all that, because I'm also the victim of those crimes, not really a victim, I'm actually going to win everything. I'm going to help take everybody down that's evil is what's going to happen. So I don't really look at myself as a victim, but technically I'm the victim of the crime as well. There is individuals looking into the initial situation, which then is leading to my mother's ongoing crimes, and then the crimes of the individuals that have been helping her. It's all tied together. So I guess that's where I'm going to leave that, because I went a little further in depth, not too much. But based on the email I read after I had gotten done filming this video and then had all this trouble uploading, that email that I got is red flagging me that there's something more wrong, and I do believe that's going to be another piece to the puzzle in busting out everything else open, and that could be why I've been having all these hiccups in getting some of this other paperwork done and some of these emails that need to be sent, because they're lengthy emails, two similar ones, so I can copy and paste some of it. But the problem is it's a lot, and there's numerous avenues of things going on top of my homeowner's claim as well. So I was struggling doing the one large email. I stopped to take care of the homeowner's claim situation and some other emails and other stuff that seemed a little more simple. And at the same time, I'm having all these hiccups along the way, and I think that's for a reason. So I think it's because more additional information is about to become known to me, and then I can include that in the email as well. So I think that's part of that. The other thing is, like I said, I receive a lot of spiritual messages, and today, overnight, there was some type of shift that had changed, and my messages are loud and clear that there's been some type of significant change overnight. There could be many things going on behind the scenes that I'm totally unaware of. Again, I don't have contact with a lot of these people involved, or wouldn't even know if something was going down technically right away, unless it was on the news and then a friend or family member happened to see it. Then usually somebody who knows me sees it and then they alert me to it is what happens, because I don't watch TV, or I have a TV, it doesn't even have cable. There's streaming services and such, and we have internet, but I don't watch it. So it would be somebody else alerting me that, hey, look, this is finally going on, or look what's going down. There's numerous people I've known for decades. I may not have constant contact with people, but there are people who know me fairly well, and they are at a distance, and are trustworthy, and we just don't talk regularly, or maybe we don't talk that frequently. So sometimes it's people like that send me the information. Sometimes it's somebody I talk to a little more frequently. But generally, those people watch the news or come in contact with more TV situations that go viral, or whatever's on online or on social media. I'm not really on social media as much. I just use it to post the things. I don't really even use it. I'm not sitting there scrolling around the majority of the time either. because I live in constant chaos. I have all these tasks at hand all the time. So I think there's something more going on here. And I don't know to what degree. I'm just going to kind of let it play out and wait to hear from whoever's going to end up contacting me, because it always gets back to me one way or another. But I was talking about the snakes in my life in the video. There's many snakes. I think I said there was at least 50. There's some huge ones. The main controlling of the false narrative at the very root of everything, several of them. My mother being one of the main ones. Her sister, my cousin, like there's some of the main snakes involved. And then those snakes control my older children, which is why my younger one isn't allowed around these people. That was part of what I was talking about as well. I will get back to that, and I will refilm that in its own video. Because then there were some other things I was talking about, but the other things I was talking about pertaining to the snakes also tie in with what was going on in that email and some of these records. Even though they're unrelated situations, technically it ties in because of the way I requested them. So I'm just not going to talk about it, because that also pertains to other steps in a different direction, totally unrelated to my mother's crimes, that I have to take as well. So I'm just not going to talk about any of it. I guess I'm not supposed to talk about it yet, because I got completely blocked from releasing this information all day long. I literally filmed this shit at like noon, and it's like midnight. So it's been like 12 hours. And I literally got blocked in the strangest ways. And I did save the video. There's a demonic voice that takes over me talking for some time in the video alone. So while I was filming, nobody touched my phone. Nothing was around me. Nothing touched my phone. But at some point during the video, it went in slow-mo where it sounds like there's a demonic voice talking. On top of that, I only have the audio to it. It won't show me the video once I tried to watch it from my computer, but I could see it from my phone. And then due to that, I can't upload it because it's only the audio that got downloaded. And I can't change it. So I don't know what the heck is going on. On top of the fact that I was forced to purchase iCloud storage, I've had an iPhone. Like, for a while I had a Samsung. Prior to that, when iPhones were new a long time ago, I had an iPhone. I've never had to purchase iPhone storage ever. Or iCloud storage ever. So that's really odd. But I have been filming a lot of videos and downloading a lot of videos and uploading a lot of videos. So to me, that seemed logical right now from what I've been doing regularly. Even though I've been doing it for almost a year and it still hasn't happened. That is kind of odd. But those were just a couple of the snags that I hit along the way. And then when I read the email and seen the email, and some of it was pertaining to what I was talking about in the video, it makes a lot more sense. And then the other messages that came through loud and clear, there is something going on. So I'm just going to hold off on everything else I was talking about. And because I had every intention of releasing that video today, or maybe I'll do this video, I'll stop, I'll redo each of what I was talking about separately in its own videos in that last video, and then I just won't release them until some time goes by and I'm able to figure out what's actually going on, because there's more to it. I'm just not completely unaware. But yeah, so I just had to do a video because I like to get one up per day. And things shift and change so quickly within everything I have going on. And these are a lot of very serious long-term RICO crimes as well. There's a lot of individuals involved, a lot of large agencies involved. There legitimately is hits out on my life. For real. Like, I'm not even joking. That's why I made that post. It's been numerous times, numerous different situations, numerous times. And, one of them, yeah, like I did come close to dying, during one of those. One of those was a very close call with what had occurred and what had came out of it. So I'll get to that down the line. I'll talk about that. I haven't requested these other documents from Flat Rock yet, but when I get to that, I will get to that situation. Because if that had gone on any longer, there's a good chance I wouldn't have survived it. So, yeah, there was a pretty close call on one of those situations, and there is exchange of payment that has happened with these numerous people involved, or promises of payment in the future. So, You know, I'm not joking about any of it. I'm aware there's hits out on my life. Like, this shit is sick. I have a deranged, lunatic, psychopathic, narcissistic, Munchausen by proxy mother who is at the root of all of it. And my children are being controlled, like my daughter by my mother and my older son by his paternal grandmother, which is a separate situation altogether, because those two women do not operate on the same team. They completely despise each other. And that is part of what I was talking about in the video as well. But I will get more back onto that when I figure out what's going on, because it does pertain to some other actions I have to take, and now it's holding me up in that direction too. So I guess all I can do is dig my way up out of the paperwork I do have and the emails and situations I do have in front of me, and go about it that way first. Because I can't make anything move any faster, other than the homeowner's claim is kind of top priority, because that's where the money flow is going to come to put everything back together and get everything flowing again. Because those are the pieces that are still missing of the main part of the puzzle and the main part of the income that should be flowing. So I'm going to get to that first. I'm going to finish that off. I did do the most of it yesterday I did most of it. But then the format was wrong, and I didn't realize until after I did the whole thing. So I have all the numbers. Everything's done. It's got to be reformatted. It's got to be submitted a certain way. It's taken me about a month to get it back to them, because I keep getting disrupted everywhere I turn. Just with that situation alone. So it's not just the video. It's all these situations get disrupted. I have, like, in my mind each day, I try to take the most important, most urgent situation and try to tackle that first. And every single thing gets disrupted along the way. This happens to me. It's been going on for years. And at the same time, I hired a company to do my lawn, and I released a video about the Fukushima flushing. It was only supposed to rain 2 days this week, and all of a sudden, it's supposed to rain every day this week, and it rains so much that they can't even do my damn lawn. And my grass is, like, extremely out of control, and I physically can't get out there to do it myself for numerous reasons. I can't breathe the air that's outside right now. I did test the air by doing the videos on the porch last week. It made me extremely ill immediately. So then I was aware of what it was. And there were still the remnants of the 4 gas spill, the third one that they didn't tell anybody about, were lingering. So when you mix that together, what it caused, I had some very serious symptoms and brain bleeding. And it drips out my ears and extreme inner ear itching. And so then there's problems, and I haven't been able to treat using my home hyperbaric chamber, because you can't get in there when your sinuses are clogged or your ears feel like that, because it hurts really bad and it causes, like, further issues. So I haven't even been able to use it, and here I am paying for a rented concentrator. So that was the result of that. But at least I just did the videos, and I wasn't overexerting myself and went about trying to cut the whole grass, because then I would have came, like, near death. So I'm glad I didn't do that. But it all kind of got disrupted. Everything got disrupted. Doesn't matter. I took the grass cutting off of my plate altogether. There's going to be a company that's going to come do it weekly from here on out. I'm just not going to deal with it anymore. My older kids are unreliable. They're manipulated by their malicious grandparents. And, I can't use the riding mower anyway, because I can't have carbon monoxide. My younger son has the same condition. Neither can he. And to use the electric mower, it would take days. I'd lose 3, 4, 5 days out of the week doing it. So, not only that, but it's going to rain all week now that I've released that video. All of a sudden, as soon as I released it, they made it rain all week. So, numerous issues. Everything's getting railroaded in every which direction all of a sudden. But I do think that there is a change going on behind the scenes without my knowledge. I just don't know. I'm just trying to get everything situated in the best way that I can for what's in front of me, what I do have access to situate in the moment, because at the same time with what's going on in the air, I need to, like, stay put inside the home and work on the inside of the home. So I did get one recent homeowner's check to get the rest of the main floor tied back in, the rest of the kitchen tidied up and put back together. So I only need a couple $100 out of that. And everything else was already owed back to me. So I can, like, finish that, get everything else in order, and get the paperwork in order, and hopefully use my chamber again tomorrow, because my ears were hurting really bad since last week, since I tested the air, went out on the porch, did that video. My brain's, like, bleeding. It's coming out of my ears, and the Fukushima flush mixed with the last remnants of the Ford gas spill that they didn't tell anybody about. It was a lot. So it's real uncomfortable. It hurts. It itches. It's like debilitating, along with the other symptoms that it causes. So that kind of stopped me. But yeah, hopefully everything starts flowing, and everything I guess I'm working on now is going to be in my home for the next few days or the next week or so until I hear back. I'm waiting on an email, I guess, or a phone call, one of the two. And I'll know what to do next once I receive word. I believe it's like 10 business days from today or so. I should have some type of answer. And then my next homeowner's check should be on the way to at least finish off the basement area as well. And then that would be enough to take care of the upstairs, I believe. And if it's not, I'll end up having enough extra to do the upstairs. In the very end, once everything's completed, they owe me additional funds. It could then be completed with the upstairs at that point. Because I don't need that much, just some flooring and a couple railings, and about another 2 cans of paint, and then I'm good. Everything should be good from there. Oh yeah, and like a bathroom light, and one small vanity and sink set. So in total, it's only like maybe $3,000 to do all of that. So I should be able to finish that off in the end, whether I gotta wait for the very last check or I can get it going before that. It depends on how the funds are going to be dispersed, but I do have that rolling. That is what I'm working on. I just had to change what I was talking about in my video. But yeah, I was drop dead serious about everything I said about the hits being put out on me. So it's not like some secret. I'm very well aware. I've been for some time, and, yeah, like, basically I'm still here. I keep coming back from the dead. Came back from the dead twice without medical intervention. Obviously, it's not meant to happen. It's not going to work that way. God's not going to let that happen because I have a very big mission to complete. That's why it's not going to happen. It's not going to be allowed to be carried out. And now that you didn't succeed, what's going to happen is I'm going to take everybody out. And if you haven't noticed already, there's already been at least 10 people that have already gone to prison that crossed paths with me. And this was way before my injury. So, there's going to be probably 10 more very, very soon. Yeah, like all these people that have been participating, helping my mother, taking bribes, making promises, this, that, and the other thing. People just think I'm naive. No, I'm not naive. I just continue to let people tell on themselves. And sometimes I just can't make things move any faster in this direction or that, and I just allow the time to let it flow, let it slide, and let people just continue to tell on themselves, and that's kind of how I roll with it. But I've been gathering information for 6-7 years now, putting this together for 6-7 years, and I'm real close. And I know by everything that's been going on lately, I'm that much closer. But yeah, it is coming down to the wire. I can definitely say things should be situated, 100% situated and out and known to the public fully, like across the news. I would say in 1 to 2 months or less. I don't think it's going to be longer than that. There's a lot going on here. I've been releasing videos for about 6 months and I've been filming for about a year. So, yeah, like there's a lot here. And I've done all my homework. There are proper people who have backups in case these idiots do happen to succeed at taking me out. There's certain people that have the backups. The information is going to come out regardless if I'm here or not. On top of the fact that I live with a life-threatening condition already. So I was already aware of that as well, obviously. So numerous reasons other people have the backups because my information is going to come out regardless. But yeah, just had to do a refilm and a little bit of an update of what the heck happened today, because this video was supposed to be up around 2 p.m. or earlier, and it didn't happen. So it kind of disrupted some things, but I think it was meant to be that way because the information I was releasing just wasn't supposed to be released just yet. But yeah, I'm going to come back. I'll separate what I was talking about in different videos. I'll save them for later. And then depending on how things play out, I may release them or I may end up redoing them down the line. So I'll be back with another one. Thanks. Bye.